What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. So we got some big music releases coming tonight. I was gonna make a video just talking about the Post Malone song featuring The Weeknd, but right before I went to make this video, I also found out that Travis Scott is dropping off new music tonight. Now, Travis Scott didn't say whether it was a album, a mixtape, a single, we don't know, but we do know that the Post Malone song is gonna be a single. What's the name of it? It's called One Right Now. There's a small snippet out there. You can't really hear anything but The Weeknd singing. And look, I'm not an R&B fan at all, but The Weeknd is fire. The Weeknd is probably my favorite singer out there that I can think of. He just has a super unique style. It almost reminds me of he's similar to Post Malone in some ways, like that, almost like crooning, but kind of rapish. And he raps about or sings about drug topics and fucking bitches, getting money type shit, so it's fire. So I have high expectations for the single. Video is dropping next week, supposedly. I don't know why they do that, where they, put the single out and then a week later they put the video out. I think it's better for everything to just release at the same time, because then the single can chart higher, it gets more views on the video. But this needs to be a big hit, because he put out, talking about Post Malone, he put out Motley Crue earlier this year. Wasn't a huge hit. It wasn't one of his bigger hits. I mean, it debuted in the top 20, but it quickly trickled down, and now it's out of the top 100. Because usually with Post Malone, for instance, when he put out the Wow single back at the end of 2016, I think, it was a slow burner. It charted kind of lower on the top 100 at first, and then it crawled its way up, and next thing you know, it was in the top 10 for weeks. Same thing with Circles. Circles creeped up, and it was in the top 10 forever. So his songs have a lot of staying power. So the fact that Motley Crue didn't do so well, is crazy. And a lot of people hated on that song. I have a friend that was saying he wasn't a big fan of it. He hopes it's not on Post Malone's new album. I have a different view. I love that song. That's one of my favorite Post Malone singles in a long time. So I hope it is on the album, even if it's as a bonus track or tacked on to, a deluxe at the end of the album or something. I would like to see him go more that direction for an album. I don't know if it would sell as well as his other stuff. I don't think it would, so I don't think he'll do it. But just from a pure, artistry standpoint, I would love to see that. Obviously this song featuring The Weeknd is going to be a lot different than Motley Crue. It's not going to be a hype song from the little snippet I heard. It kind of sounds like the typical Weeknd stuff, that very, dreary kind of sound, but a little poppy too. It's going to be a fire song. I mean, I don't think Post Malone's ever put out a bad single that I can think of. I mean, tell me in the comments, has he ever put out a bad single? I haven't heard one. But I would like to see this new album be more like Beer Bongs and Bentleys versus Hollywood's Bleeding. Hollywood's Bleeding was good, but Beer Bongs and Bentleys blew it out of the water. It wasn't even close. And honestly, every song, Hollywood's Bleeding was loaded with features. Every song that had a feature on it, I almost just wish that Post Malone would have had a second verse or whatever. I could have did without the DaBaby feature. I could have did without the Halsey feature. I could have did without the Future feature. None of those people that he did a song with, I don't think it meshed well. His solo tracks are so much better. The only feature that I really liked on Hollywood's Bleeding was the Young Thug feature. That song was fire. I still love that song. But most of the features just did not mesh well with Post Malone's style. They just didn't. And I understand why he did it for the streaming numbers. But I'm hoping that on this new album, it's mostly solo stuff. I get why he's doing the Weeknd song to build up hype for the album, because like I said, Motley Crue didn't do that well. So I get why he's doing it. But I hope that this is one of the only songs that has a feature on it. His solo stuff is so fire. Zach and Codeine, even honestly, Rockstar, even though 21 Savage did good on that song, I like Post Malone's part better. If Post Malone would have did Rockstar by himself, I think it still would have been a great hit without 21 Savage. White Iverson, no feature. His best songs don't have features on them. But like I said, I get from a financial standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, why he does these features. But I would love to just see him go solo for 20 tracks straight. I mean, his stuff is so fire. Even Sunflower, his part is just fire. Sway Lee I could do without. You know what I mean? Like, I like Post Malone solo stuff. So I'm really hoping that this new album is mostly solo. I get, like I said, I get why he's doing this Weeknd track, and I'm sure I love the Weeknd, so I'm sure this song will be fire. They kind of have similar styles in some ways, so I'm sure it'll be an amazing song. Can't wait to hear it. In terms of the Travis Scott thing, if it is a single, I have a feeling it is going to be a single. Who's going to go number one? Because one of these two guys is going to go number one. Is Travis Scott's song going to have a feature on it? That'll be interesting to see. Because if it's just a solo Travis Scott song, you know, it's not going to have the same hype as if he has like a big name attached to it. You know what I mean? Like the last big solo song he released, I think had Young Thug, speak of him, and Maya, I think her name is, and that went number one. So Travis Scott has a huge fan base. Post Malone has a huge fan base. I think Post Malone's bigger. And depending on how this song plays out, I do think if they're in a race for number one next week, I think Post Malone would have the edge. But having just said that and something just entered my mind, Adele has a big song out right now. And she is a commercial juggernaut. You know what I mean? So really, I don't think either one of them is going to go number one. Can they overtake Adele? I don't know. I hope so. Like, you know, I'm a huge Post Malone fan, so I'd like to see him go number one. But with Adele dominating the charts right now with her song, I don't know if it's going to happen. But here's what could happen. It could shoot to number one and then just go to number two the second week. You know what I mean? Just depending on how hard they push it. But without the video, I don't know. But we'll see. Anyway, I can't wait for this Post Malone album. Travis Scott, take it or leave it. I like Travis Scott, but definitely a way bigger Post Malone fan. And it's not because I'm white, so don't say that. People are going to hop in the comments. No, it's not because he's white and I'm white. No. You know, like, I just fuck with his style more than Travis Scott's. But I do like some of Travis Scott's stuff. So thanks, guys, for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Give me a like. Let me know in the comments, are you excited for this new Post Malone music, for this new Travis Scott music? Who do you think is going to debut higher on the charts? And I'll talk to you guys later.